The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, you have the Dow Industrials down 7. NASDAQ is down 21. You get the S&Ps off, where is she? There she is. Off 4.5. And another day of volatility.
What's going on? Isn't the market supposed to be like up or down 200 as we start the show?
Well, you know, if we were over in Asia,
I saw.
bottom line, pretty intense.
I was reading your
folks.
newsletter this morning.
And, you know, you talk about intense, folks. You talk about a little disconnect, too. What you did have in Asia last night is you had the Nikkei was up 1.8%, but Shanghai was down 6.4%. Pretty amazing. As we do each and every morning, we have our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks from TD Ameritrade to Think or Swim. Now, Kevin does an outstanding show, folks, every trading day. 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. No matter where you are in the country, you can get it right on your cell phone. Just go to TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV, and you can basically get a great education inside the option market, big time. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy.
Good morning, Kevin.
How are you doing, guys?
Well, I'll tell you, you know, yesterday, folks, okay, you know, you get some days like this, but that was about as good as you get for a reversal, Kevin, huh?
Right. They you know, traders love to buy dips, right? Especially early in the morning. And yesterday was really, I think, a very friendly trade because of what the 10-year yield did in the morning.
Right? If you had been listening, folks, we knew that it was testing, but it's always nice when your back is against something, and that's what it was. But then it was like insane that it absolutely failed.
Quite a run. Right?
It was quite a run. It was quite a failure. It wasn't just a normal failure.
We started our show yesterday around 11:30 Eastern time.
Yes.
And oil was down about 74 cents, and by the time we basically stopped our opening remarks, it was up.
Yeah. No.
And we were like, "What? Did someone say something?" We were trying to scan the news services for something that happened.
Yes.
And you know, it's amazing to me as a trader since 1986. It's absolutely amazing to me that this whole market follows oil right now.
I know, man.
It's hard for me to digest that all these financials, you know, everything changed yesterday in the market because of oil.
Yeah. Yeah.
That can't go on forever, but for right now, you're not dealing with forever.
That's
that's
right.
a good way to say it. Totally.
It's going to go on till it doesn't. There's just there's no doubt, man. There's no doubt. You know, now it's so well. What I like, because you know, I'm a longer-term bear, man, but I think this bounce is going to be insane. And so, like, even today, I'm digging today. I'm saying to myself, you know what? The disconnect between China and, you know, the rest of Asia is kind of concerning, for sure, okay? But with Europe's up 2 to 2.5% across the board. It's like, oh, I really, you know, and we're coming to the end of the month, so I'm saying to myself, you know what, these institutions are in here. They're going to try to, you know, jazz this up a little. They got to get their portfolio up a bit more, folks, and it's going to be pretty easy, I think, because it's trying to bust the bottom so many times it hasn't been able to. You know, you're not going to
make it pretty for the end of the month. That's for sure.
Yeah, listen, it's 2 days. You know, 3 days, right? I mean, it's not going to take much, you know, to basically get it done.
Right. And, you know, there's so many things to watch right now in these markets, right? Every day we're going to see something come out in oil. We're going to see restructuring.
Yeah.
We're going to see, you know, hedge funds taking positions like we saw last week with Kinder Morgan. We're going to see a lot of these, and it's going to be news every day.
Yeah.
And that's where we're going to make our trading decisions off what's going on with that.
Yeah. And they come out early enough or they come out overnight. There's no doubt about it.
That's what's interesting on oil, though, right? Because they came out at 10:30. We were watching it hardcore till 11. I got off the show at 11. I had some things to take care of. And then, like, I glanced back at the market at, like Kevin said, 11:45, 12. And I was like, whoa, what happened at that hour, right?
We were literally watching it, Tommy. It was seconds and minutes.
It was.
This thing was. We're like,
It's just a straight line pop.
We literally asked on the air, did something just come out?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Exactly. Just looking at the chart after the fact, I said, whoa, did I miss something? Did they, somebody come out with either, their take on the announcement or what it was, something.
And, it was a solid move, too, man. And what just happened right when we started the program, Kev, right, is that what oil did, folks, okay, it spiked down into where it had the strength yesterday.
Why don't you bring that over so people can see?
Yeah, watch this. This is pretty cool. So when we just started the show, folks, okay, right at 10, you had oil spike from 31.70 to 31.34. And guess what? It rejected lower price, but it was going right into where it went topside yesterday. And so it's like, okay, oil only has to get above, we're at 31.59. You get oil at 31.69, and guess what? You're going to go right back on the other side because the contract volume is still not enough down at these lows, to bust out whoever was buying that yesterday. It certainly wasn't someone in retail. That was some monster out there, man.
Move the oil market like that?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, totally.
Something. Well, we got a lot to talk about on today's show. We're going to talk, as you guys know, we're doing kind of a Greek week.
Yes.
Here where we're going through the Greeks. Well, today we're going to combine Delta and Vega together in a directional play. We're also going to go over the Salesforce.com earnings plays that we talked about yesterday late in the show. So we got lots to talk about today.
Yeah, and Salesforce, folks, you talked about a big move.
Yeah.
It's up about 9%. Don't forget, folks, TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Awesome swim lessons. Kevin, have a great one and a safe one, man.
Always a pleasure, guys.
Thanks, man. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionics, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, you got the Dow up 8, NASDAQ is down 10, S&Ps are down 250, and, volatility, man, is all over the place out here. The ranges are pretty cool, meaning the price ranges in this marketplace. One of the tigers wanted to look at Great Panther just to see if institutions are buying it. Yeah, and there is an institution, folks. So here, watch this. There's one institution that's coming in heavily, not only into Great Panther, but I'll go through this for you. So, Great Panther is trading at 77 cents, and when you look at this, is it LPI? Or maybe hold on 1 second. Hold on. LPI latest changes. Okay, so you get Renaissance. That isn't the one I'm talking about, though. But Renaissance, that's a big one. This is Renaissance Technologies. Now, this is pretty wild, folks, because Renaissance Technologies is private. It's a hedge fund, and it is, if it's not the most successful hedge fund ever, it's right next to it. I mean, going back 30 years. The guys that started, I think his name was Jim Simons. And they got so big that now they don't even go out and raise money. It's all the partners' money.
Sure.
And it's just, sure. They're one of the first ones in there.
Private fund,
yeah. But other than that, there's nothing there. So what was I thinking about here? VGZ. Let me pull up VGZ. This is what it is. And it's VGZ and it's XRA. Yeah, there it is. Sun Valley's coming into it. So Sun Valley, so to answer your question, no, on GPL, Renaissance is in there, but on Vista Gold, which is moving, it's Sun Valley Gold. On XRA, which is Exeter Resource, it's also PHDC. It's also Sun Valley. They're 12% now. They just keep buying. They're almost buying every day. This one, that's from, that's January 20th, so a month ago.
Yeah.
Pretty intense. Yeah. And, when we talk commodities, we got our man, Mr. Andy Hick. He's going to be doing a big workshop tonight.
Yeah.
He came out with his newsletter today, right? Yeah. You can come over to our website, folks, at TFNN, and you'll see on the front page. If you're a subscriber, you'll be in the workshop. It's 6:30 to 7:30 tonight.
You got it.
The workshop's going to be about all the agricultural commodities, right?
Yeah, and he's looking, I've seen his presentation. He sent it over. Great presentation he put together. He's got a bunch of different dates in there, as in throughout the year. What are you looking for? It's really like a yearly take on all the agricultural commodities. Different reports coming out, different monthly deals, whether they're crop-based, what to look at. And then he's looking at, equities, ETFs, so you don't need to trade futures. His newsletter's the same thing. He's really not trading straight out futures. Now he's giving directional bias on almost every single commodity out there.
Okay.
For if you want to trade futures. But his specific recommendations are equities, ETFs. And so he's going to go into equities, ETFs, and futures tonight.
So you come over to our website, you can test drive the newsletter for a month, you get the workshop free, you get the letter free. You know what's amazing? Folks, we're definitely prejudiced, okay, because we love all our talk hosts and, we want you to come to the workshop. But I've been around long enough. I remember people doing a workshop like that to give a yearly deal and charge $2,500.
Yeah, I was waiting for $2,000, right?
I was.
Oh, totally.
That was a real deal.
Right.
And it's for free.
Yeah.
Okay.
In his newsletter, you get it free for 30 days. If you decide to continue, Technomental Commodity Report's only $79 a month. I mean, you're getting weekly reports, and I think his report today was like 15 or 16 pages. So, on a daily, that would be way too much. On a weekly, that's perfect because you get the time, you take a listen, whatever maybe you don't even care about it at all, as in maybe you're trading just specific commodities.
Right.
But that's a great deal.
And then you do a correlation. That's what's so cool, too. That's what I love about commodities.
Mandy's good at those, where he's looking at one versus the other, right? And you can do those trades where, you're trading one versus the other.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's go take a look inside this marketplace as to what is the strength versus the weakness. Inside the Dow Industrials, you get Nike. That's the leader in the Dow. Walmart is up there. That's up 74 cents. That's a dog. United Technologies is up $1, and Boeing's up $1. Taken away from it, Chevron is down $1.09. Big Blue is down $1.39. Caterpillar's off 65, and Exxon's down 83.
Chevron, Caterpillar, ExxonMobil.
Yeah,
They have a few similarities, right?
They do.
Yeah,
big time. Inside the NDX 100, strength versus the weakness. Let's see what we have. So your strength there is Charter Communications. That's up 376. SanDisk, well, SanDisk is getting taken over, I believe, by another company. So this is in play. Let me just look at this for a second. I believe this is SanDisk. Yeah, so SanDisk getting taken over by Western Digital. Okay, so wonder what let's see, NDX. Lam Research up $1.28, and Kraft Heinz up $1.30. Taken away from it is JD.com. That's a Chinese stock. You know, that stock's doing pretty good for Shanghai being down 8% last night. You know, 6%. 6%. Yeah, thank you. Micron is down 33 cents. Viacom is off $1, and you got Seagate Technologies down 90 cents. That gold market, this is strong, man. This is going to be. I do not want to see it get taken over today, but
taken over.
Maybe taken over that swing high.
You don't. Okay.
I do not. But what has happened? So the swing. What you have, folks, is this: the swing high that we have generated out here on February 11th. Great volume, has all the above. Lots of buyers. 366,000 contracts. You know, they try to croak it, and they got it down good, 341,000. Not enough. Now, that bar there got tested with lighter volume, with 161. That was nice on the downside. Yesterday, we go higher, and it can't hold price. When I say, you know, we went $32 higher, and then we closed like $7
Yeah,
higher.
the high was $12.54, and then the close was $12.39, so $15 off the high.
Right.
Yeah.
I love what it's doing today. In fact, I'd like that to stay almost right where it's at and let that volume keep going up. Because when you're hanging under swing highs, that's like getting some good energy going. It's hard to believe we're coming into a Friday tomorrow again.
You know, coming into the end of February, it's pretty wild.
That's the end of February, man. Yeah. That's pretty sick. Like, time.
I know. New Year's was just yesterday, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
Yep. And then what looks like we got natural gas numbers coming out. They're talking about that in the den.
Oh, that's going to be fun. Okay. So and natural gas.
10:30, and
I think
I'm starting to see some of the news come across.
I think it's look at this. Natural gas is at $1.79. This is like sick. Let me put this chart up. This is really crazy. You know, we were talking $2 natural gas, and guess what? It just kept going. Isn't that
cool? No, totally.
Look at that. So we were at $2.50. Oh my God.
You know, and you talk about Andy Heck, Technomental Commodity Report.
Yeah.
I remember listening to his show as this was climbing, and he was talking about the fundamentals, and that's the stuff he's going to be talking about tonight. Right. And I think I remember the next day coming in here talking about it and being like,
no, you did talk about it.
You cannot be, you know, from a risk reward. Right. I can't imagine being long, and then look at that move alone.
No, you did. No, we talked about it.
He's got some great info.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. You have the Dow Industrials up 20, Nasdaq's down 5, S&Ps are down 1.
Tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow right now up 25. Oh my God, is that gas? We're pulling natural gas up right now.
I don't know. You think the numbers came out? Maybe.
I guess so, yeah. Man. This is pretty sick.
We'll pull up the numbers in a second. Yeah. This is, this is going to be the 1030 bar, right? Yep, that's 1030 bar that just opened a few seconds ago. All right. So
wow.
We know there's action. Let's see if we can maybe. Wow, and stockpiles fell too.
Stockpiles fell 117 BCFs.
Billion cubic feet.
Yeah. Billion cubic feet, okay.
Going back to that.
That's not even close.
Well, we don't know what expectation is. That's right. What we have to.
Right.
That's almost a meaningless number.
Yeah.
To just put it, you need both sides. What's the expectation?
Right. So let's see. First, CRB. So we take a look at this.
And just so when you're seeing the price of natural gas on the Bloomberg, that's a delayed number. And that's why we're going into...
Yes. Okay, so let's see. Natural gas stockpiles fell 4.3% last week. And that's not enough. That's the bottom line. Gas inventory, okay. So let's see where this is still going.
Yeah, it would all matter.
You got, hold on a second. What is that?
That's the back of, you got all the charts.
That's the back of everything, okay. Yeah. Look at that, man. So 175, and if we bring up, folks, if you want to see something that's pretty intense, I just brought this back 50 years. I'll put this on a 50-year chart. NG1, NG1. So that's right. Even when I put it 50, it only goes back so long, didn't it? Didn't go back that far, right?
It's about 20, 25 years, however that works.
So what we're doing is we're putting this on a continuous contract and, trying to see, okay, well, what sticks out? Well,
the first one was 2001, if you want to look at that.
Yeah, right there, right?
Because that's 176. Which it just went below.
Yeah.
We were just at 177.
Yeah.
And we just went below that. On literally within the last 2 minutes.
Right.
When we pulled up this chart over the break, we were above that low, which is interesting.
So and then the next one would be 161. That goes back to 1998. and then 133 in 1995.
I know. And inflation adjusted, we're in a different world back then in terms of just when you start comparing it back then.
Look at this, and this thing's hard at that 175 area, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense. Free gas.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, totally. Let's see. We'll pull up oil just to see.
Free oil, too.
Oil's having a little bit of
oil just went from 31.70 to 31.52.
Yeah, and that's the same bar. And I would guess that has something to do with this.
It would make sense, right?
Yeah,
It really does.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, it's...
You know, and we can bisect and dissect it, I should say, after the fact, but that's not a coincidence.
Yeah, there's still heating sources, right?
Right, exactly. They're both commodities. They're both, heating sources. They're both energy, right? Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Because there could be something in those reports talking about demand, which would correlate to something like, oil, gas, natural gas.
Right.
When you talk about demand, they can probably correlate to each other, as in that demand correlating one over the...
You have electric in your house, right?
I do.
Yeah. In Florida, we got a lot of electric folks, and I haven't cooked on gas for a long time, and I always like gas.
It's great cooking on. It is, I agree.
Yeah.
In terms of like a real flame, I think it's easier if you're... we'll deviate from the market, but cooking on like a frying pan, right, with some gas, that's what real chefs use, and it's because of flame. I think it's easier to regulate the heat versus just an electric, where it's not as...
Right. Yeah, no, I'd agree. It's pretty wild, man.
So let's pull back up Bloomberg here. And then why not?
Market-wise, let's see what it's done to that market. So natural gas is getting croaked, no doubt.
And the market popped a little. 10 points, but
yeah. So it's not hurting the market, that's for sure. If we go over to the NQs, yesterday it was the NASDAQ folks that stopped moving once the oil market stopped moving, which is almost a disconnect. But tech versus the S&P. But bottom line, that's what it did. So it's going to be intriguing to see if NASDAQ can get them out of the hole out here today too, because what the NASDAQ did do, it wasn't like it was going against. I was looking at this earlier, and there wasn't much for it to go against. It had to go a lot lower to go against one. What I'm looking at is one of the big bars, folks, and it really was
basically the open from yesterday. Just to put it real quickly for people.
Right, and that's not. That wasn't. I like how this is doing it now. The NASDAQ moved something like 120 points yesterday.
That was a big one. No.
120 points.
Might have even been more than that. Seriously, just looking at that 120, 140. Something.
Right. Right. That's a move, folks. And if you are trading that Nadex product, if you haven't test drove it yet, go test drive it. We're going to bring if we don't bring a guy on tomorrow that we met him 6 months ago.
We have a few good people that we're going to get on from that show. In terms of meeting some smart traders, for sure.
Totally. That are, trading it every day.
Yeah.
So it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Gold, silver. Let's get into the silver market because, a couple of tigers in the den said they can't figure out why silver just can't get going. And it hasn't, silver has shown that it's weaker than gold. It hasn't been able to get up to those October levels yet. Now, I expect they will, but hasn't done it yet. What was intriguing this morning? So picture this, folks. I was listening to this conversation, and everyone's trying to figure out, okay, we in deflation, inflation, number one. Then there's been a huge amount of talk in CNBC and Bloomberg about why is gold moving? It's like, gold is up the most this year from everything.
Sure. No matter what, they have to talk about it because it's such a move,
And so this morning on Bloomberg, one of these guys was saying, well, you have deflation happening. And I was looking, I says, you know what? It's really intriguing. In deflation, everything should be going down because everything's cheaper. Deflation is everything gets cheaper, right?
Okay.
And gold's get more expensive.
Okay.
That being said, when deflation first started, folks, okay, meaning in Japan, okay, because Japan has had deflation for like 25 years now. They've been tough. Their 40-year bond, check this out. Their 40-year bond went negative this morning, folks. 40 years. That's like insanity, okay? So, but then I start thinking, I says, oh my God, that's one thing at the beginning when deflation happens, right? But we were talking the last few days, it's a different thing that if there's a tax on cash, which has happened, and that's only happened in the last 15, 16 months, that flips the whole deal around.
Sure.
And that's where I can see there's a bid inside gold. Because that totally flips the deal around. That, okay, guess what? If you hold cash, you're going to pay to hold cash.
Yes.
You don't pay to hold gold.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden gold starts going up, so you get paid to hold gold versus not getting paid to. It's pretty wild, man.
Yeah.
You know, if that's where we're heading, it's going to be really insane.
Yeah, no, negative interest rates matter in a number of ways.
They do, man. It's and the guy, it was pretty good. The oh, okay, cool. Let's go to Steve in Nashville. Hey, Steve, what's going on?
Hey guys, how are you? It's Dunkin' Donuts Steve.
It's Dunkin' Donuts Steve.
Right
it's
now.
a beautiful thing,
we
man.
We gotta get Dunkin' Donuts on the phone, man.
Yeah,
I'm in Panera now.
Oh, you're in Panera now. I like it.
I hope it's not too loud in the background.
We gotta get them all as sponsors, man. Perfect.
Totally. Hey, you stay right there. We're coming back with Dunkin' Donuts Steve, Tommy, and I. We want to hear from you folks. Dow's up 11, Nasdaq's down 6, S&Ps are off 250. We're gonna be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking with our man Steve from Nashua, who is committing a mortal sin right now since he's had Panera bread. I bless you, child. You can have some Panera bread.
Hey, they got a good bagel anyway.
They got good stuff too.
I love Panera. The Panera's good. There's no doubt, man.
Yeah, and you can sit here till 11:30 on free Wi-Fi, then they kick you off until 2.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's funny.
Dunkin' Donuts conversely, you can stay there, I think, all day and not be picked up.
Who makes that decision? Because it's got to be such a tiny. I was saying, who makes that decision for them, right? Because it's such a little cost to run Wi-Fi, and someone like yourself, you're sitting there, and then maybe the person leaves.
It's lunchtime. There's no seats. They got to get. They got to move seats.
Okay, turnover. Perfect.
It's 11:15.
That
it's
makes
like
sense.
a Grand Central Station.
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say. What I'm looking at, guys, I don't know if you ever used the MACD yourselves, but I'm looking at a 10-year, if you can call it up, SPX.
Okay.
I'm trying to get the overall view here, you know?
Okay, absolutely.
And I have it's a monthly.
Yeah.
So you got 07 on up, right?
Okay.
I'm looking at the MACD, if you have it up there, and you can see the red and blue lines have separated. They're on the downswing. And it looks exactly like the beginning of 2008. That same kind of look to it. And I also put it on a quarterly just to smooth it out a little more. But that would tell me, like I think you said, Tom, your ultimate thing is you believe it's going lower.
Yeah.
Overall. Would that portend that going lower?
It would. Let me see if I don't use this, but oh, good. I can get it up. Okay, cool. I just got the MACD up. Okay, so.
On a monthly or quarterly?
Yep. No, I got.
Just comparing it to 2008.
Yeah, you compare it to that. Yeah. No, that would make sense. So what he's looking at, folks, is that it crossed, starts going down, gets over the other side of the line, and it's pretty clear on a monthly that yes, you're on a downtrend, man. Because
yeah, it looks like the same pattern as 08, beginning of 08 downtrend.
No, it does. Listen,
generally speaking.
We saw it right away. So,
you can
just
see it.
Intuitively, I would agree.
It's pretty cool.
Just looking at the chart, you can see that it crossed and it's decently, decently under it. Yeah.
So if I'm looking at the low of 09, 666, I think, right? The devil.
666, yes.
On up to whatever it was, 2100.
Yeah.
Could you just, generally speaking, throw a 0.38 or a 0.5 at it, that big number?
Well, here, let's go.
That's extreme, I know, but
no, it's not. No, that's a cool way of doing it. So let's do it. I'm going to bring this back up again. Let me just put this on. I'm going to put this on the same 10-year. I think I put it at 15, didn't I? Yeah. So I put it on 10, and then if we take, let's see, if I take highs, the lows, this way. So this gets pretty wild. So check this out. So I'm looking for about 1350 or 1400. Now that would be a 50% retracement. If you're looking, that's what that comes down to from the low to the high, folks. So from the high back to the low. Which is not the end of the world either. That's a vicious retracement. There's no doubt. But we've just went up 7 years straight.
And I just see, I'm looking right at the 1400 mark. I see if you go across later 2012 and 08, those are it looks like a resistance line, whatever.
Oh, that's cool, because the exact 50% retracement is 1400.76. That's the 50% retracement.
Almost on the dot.
On the dot, I know, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I was just wondering, that big overall macro level.
That's where I think we're at, man. And if you are a trend follower out there, folks, put it up what Steve's talking about, because it's pretty clear that, what's cool about a long-term chart, which I really do like, is that you move around every single day, and it's great for trading, there's no doubt. But if you do have a job and you're looking for longer-term trends, well, guess what? It broke. And until that turns in the other way in a monthly, it broke.
And the comparative one he's looking at, 2008, when it broke, it went down a lot further after that.
It did, right. And you never know how long it goes down.
Right.
You just don't.
Right. Right. Well, thanks, guys. I'll buy you a donut.
Hey, listen, what do you eat when you're in Panera?
I got the cinnamon raisin bagel is their best, I think.
Okay.
We were just having a cinnamon raisin conversation with our cabbie in New York.
We were. This is so funny, because we were talking about eating a loaf of cinnamon raisin bread with lots of butter on it.
Yeah, you were talking about that.
I was talking about that. I used to eat half a loaf of bread, eat that easy, man.
Yeah.
I love that.
But you have to, if you get a bagel here, you have to ask him to run it through the toaster twice, because otherwise it's just a hot piece of bread.
Nice. Totally, man.
Gotcha.
Well
Thanks,
done.
guys.
Well done.
Boy,
He likes his bagels well done.
Well done. Yeah, totally.
Well done. That's what I do. Yeah, exactly. Thanks for your input there.
Okay, man.
Thanks, Steve.
Have a great one. Have
Take
a safe
care, man.
one. Yeah, totally. I'm getting starving right now.
We're laughing because you love your pizzas well done.
I do like my pizzas well done.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, we get an amazing pizza place. If you're in New York, okay, near Times Square, Don Antonio's. Go to Don Antonio's. The pizza is insane. It's like the dough is so light. It's just amazing.
Unfortunately, I was napping that day and I didn't make it. I know.
I know. And you know what I didn't know? When we were there, whoever the big, the food guy that goes all over the country, that he's like the
Guy
guy.
Fieri.
Yeah, he was in there 2 years ago, I guess. Because the people next to us.
He has an enormous restaurant in Times Square. Do you know that?
Oh, I didn't know
He
that.
has the highest grossing restaurant, I think, in the country.
Does he?
Maybe it's per foot. I forget the breakdown. And it's just off Times Square. I mean, you can find it. And
okay.
There's been some unkind reviews of it.
Really?
As in, he's a big celebrity, and he's a
critic, though, right? That he goes to the restaurants.
He made his.
It's a movie. I know.
He made his name on diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Okay.
But he came from one of the cooking shows originally, where he won one of the reality TV cooking shows. So he's a personality. He's probably a chef too.
Okay.
But in the world of New York restaurants,
right.
I don't think his, and I've never eaten there, but from what I don't think his would compare to some of the fine food that they deliver.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, because of his personality,
sure.
he puts out all this food, and I mean, you're talking tens of millions and millions of dollars that they crush it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rents in Times Square, man. Forget it. It's pretty amazing. Yeah. It really is.
Yeah.
Man.
You better be taking in millions and millions and millions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's Don Antonio's, folks. It's not a commercial. Go to the place.
It's not a commercial.
It's not a commercial.
No, it's not a paid commercial. That was a commercial.
And we can't wait. We're going to Boston in April. I'm going to get Regina's. First place I'm going to go. Now, listen, none of you guys and girls can call up Nico and tell him I'm eating pizza. He'll kill me.
Perfect.
Oh, my God. He will kill me.
Let's just jump back to natural gas. I'm just curious so it spiked down. It's hanging right down there.
Look at that. Okay.
And it is interesting when you look even, you have these bars. This is oil that we're looking that just happens to be in the background.
Look at that's trading together
That's
now.
what I was, so you can see the big spike, then you get a couple bars where it's floating around, and then, we had a big spike again, it pulled back. Obviously some divergence, but there's some similarities there for sure.
There are.
Yeah. And you can see that next bar. We're pushing
you get
down,
that on 5 minutes.
Down.
That's pretty cool, man. That's just about. You talking about a correlation? There's a correlation. Okay, we're gonna get that natural gas off the bottom. What is cool? I wonder what's bringing the market up then, because the market's catching a bid here. We get the Dow up 28. Nasdaq finally went positive. It's just flat, but it's positive. S&Ps are flat also. We're gonna be right back.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge Heard Daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. So we got a nice lineup coming for you. We got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next. Then we're going to Chicago headquarters of TD Ameritrade Swim Lessons. Our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll come back this afternoon. Our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, is going to be coming up 5 to 6. And, of course, he's doing that subscriber event tonight, 6:30 to 7:30.
Yeah, you roll right into it, man. He's going to finish up at 6. He's going to have a half-hour jumping jack session. Get all jacked up for his workshop. Come back at 6:30 and do an hour job, man. And he'll be in there taking questions. It'll be archived as usual.
Yeah.
And like I was saying, his report just came out this morning. So you can sign up, get the report, get tonight's workshop, get 30 days for free. And if you want to continue, $79 a month after that. I mean, if you use anything in that report, $79 is not a large amount of money if you're trading at all. And if you're not, sign up for it, and then you make that decision when the time comes. That's a good deal.
That's less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks.
It is. And look at these numbers. They're still, I mean, we're just reaching lows and lows, so it'll be interesting to see how this powers through. Like we saw, we'll see if, as Kevin and those guys at noon are doing their swim lessons, if the market just decides to turn around on a dime, right?
No doubt.
Yeah.
So let's, before we sign off to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, let's go take a look at this 10-year. Because the 10-year, is hanging in there. It's up 9 ticks.
You say hanging in there at highs?
At a high.
Yeah.
Well, it's not at a high, but, if this hangs up here, then, it could go test the highs again once again.
Okay.
But let me see. That spike. Yeah, it's the 10-year's got to get under 131.08. I know it's only one tick away, but it's got to get underneath there to go to the lower range.
Can you pull up the rates on the the different world markets? I always like looking at that.
That's so the 10-year rate.
1.71.
We're at 1.7. United Kingdom's at 1.3. France is at 1/2. Look at Germany's at what is that? That's 10.
0.14.
0.14 of 1.
Yeah.
My God.
And of course, good old Switzerland at almost half, negative half.
Negative
0.5 too. We're not talking about negative. I mean, that's a half point. It's not a quarter point. And
you're going to pay it for 10 years.
Yeah. Right.
It's not like once.
For sure, man.
You're going to pay it for 10 years.
For sure. Now, the other side of that, though, looking at Switzerland economy ain't going anywhere, right? That's just related.
Right.
That's why it's like that.
That's right.
I mean, of all the places in the world that's going to be around and kicking in 10 years, Switzerland's going to be rocking.
And you want to see something?
Jay over there, working for JP Morgan over there. They have 2,000 people in an office, I think. There's a reason. Totally.
Yeah, let me show you something. This is a trip. Where's Japan? Here, I want to put this on a 5-year for a second.
Okay.
And if we go to Japan, you're going to see Japan is negative
2.2. Yep.
Watch this. What Japan does, everyone has to pay them to put it in the bank, right?
Yes.
And then Japan turns around and buys ours and gets 1.1.
Yeah.
They're the largest owner of bonds.
Nice.
Isn't that funny?
It's a great trade.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
They have people pay them. They just turn around and buy our bonds. It's like, oh my God.
Yep.
I mean, that's a trade.
Yeah.
That's like not even trading. That's like, sweet money.
Yeah.
Especially if
it's basically an arbitrage. It's a, it's a spread. It's a spread.
And if they're locked in on both sides, that's really cool.
Yes.
Meaning that it's not like they have to buy those bonds back. If you bought a 5-year bond, well, you bought the bond. Right. They turn around and buy the other bond. Yeah. It's like you're not trading it. That's it. Yeah. You're done.
Now, what happens though in that is that when they have those bank reserves, then they're those reserves come out. They have to come them out. So they're just reserves. It's not just like us where we have money in retirement. You put it away and you have a steady return or something like that. So that money does fluctuate.
Oh, it does. Yeah. No, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. And of course they can print as much more as they want.
Yeah, that's going to change that dynamic, though. That's they just start printing away.
Right. There's no doubt about that. Let's see. Gold is staying tough. Gold's at 1238. Man, they can't knock it down. So not only the rest of the day, but coming into tomorrow, the dollar gave it up again. See, that dollar's going south. Commodities going north, folks. Dollar's going south. Check out Andy's agricultural workshop this afternoon. Have a great one. Have a safe one. You stay right there, folks. Man, Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next. Thanks, Phil.
Thanks, man.
Wow! Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.